Good morning. I am Nishit Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to lay foundation stone of 3 semiconductor projects worth about 1.25 lakh crore rupees this morning through video conferencing. Prime Minister to also participate in program marking nationwide outreach for credit support to disadvantaged sections this afternoon. Centre declares Jammu Kashmir National Front as Unlawful Association for 5 years. Indian Coast Guard apprehends Pakistani boat with 6 crew and narcotics worth nearly 480 crore rupees in Arabian Sea. Government asks all pharmaceutical associations to constitute an ethics committee for pharmaceutical marketing practices. And in cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets to make it to the playoffs in Women's Premier League. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in India's TechEd Chips for Viksit Bharat and laid a foundation stone of 3 semiconductor projects worth about 1.25 lakh crore rupees through video conferencing this morning. The Prime Minister will also address the youth across the country on the occasion. The foundation stone will be laid for the semiconductor fabrication facility at the Dholera Special Investment Region DSIR in Gujarat and outsourced semiconductor assembly and test OSAT facility in Assam and Gujarat. The projects are in line with the vision of the Prime Minister to position India as a global hub for semiconductor design, manufacturing and technology development, fostering the creation of employment opportunities for the nation's youth.
जिस प्रकार से भारत सेमीकंडक्टर की दुनिया में आगे बढ़ रहा है और मैं बताता हूं 5G में हमने लीड कर लिया, वैसा ही हम बहुत तेजी से सेमीकंडक्टर की दुनिया में हम दुनिया में अपनी जगह बना लेंगे और देखते ही देखते हम छा जाएंगे। और ये मोदी के कारण नहीं, मेरे देश के नौजवानों के कारण, मेरे देश के टैलेंट के कारण।
The units are slated to provide employment to thousands of youth in the semiconductor industry as well as catalyze employment generation in related sectors such as electronics and telecom. The program will witness massive participation of youngsters including thousands of college students along with leaders from the semiconductor industry. Prime Minister will participate in a program marking nationwide outreach for credit support to disadvantaged sections through video conferencing today. Mr. Modi will launch Pradhan Mantri Samajik Utthan Evam Rozgar Adharit Jan Kalyan PM Suraj National Portal and sanction credit support to 1 lakh entrepreneurs of disadvantaged sections of the country. The Prime Minister will interact with beneficiaries of various government schemes from disadvantaged groups including scheduled castes, backward classes and sanitation workers. PM Suraj National Portal for Credit Support to Disadvantaged Sections embodies Prime Minister's commitment to prioritize the underprivileged. It is a transformative initiative aimed at uplifting the most marginalized segments of society. The credit support will be provided to the eligible persons across the country, facilitated through banks, non-banking financial company and other organizations. During the program, Prime Minister Modi will also distribute Ayushman health cards and PPE kits to Safai Mitras under the National Action for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem Namaste. This initiative represents yet another step towards safeguarding the health and safety of frontline workers who serve in challenging conditions. The program will witness participation of about 3 lakh beneficiaries of various government schemes from disadvantaged groups who will join the program from over 500 districts across the country. Centre has declared Jammu and Kashmir National Front as an unlawful association with immediate effect for 5 years. In a social media post, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the outfit was found carrying out cessationist activities to sever Jammu and Kashmir from India. The association also supporting terrorism, challenging the sovereignty, security and integrity of the nation. He said the Narendra Modi government is committed to uprooting terror forces to ensure the security of the people of Bharat. The implementation of the Citizenship Amendment Act CAA by the Union government has been widely welcomed by the refugees living in Punjab. Such refugees living in Amritsar for years said the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has given them a unique gift. We have a report.
Dalvinder Singh, Shurveer Singh and Shiv Kumar are among many other refugees who were forced to seek refuge in India years ago after being displaced from Afghanistan and Pakistan. Then began the wait to get Indian citizenship, which has now been ended by the Narendra Modi government at the center. There is no limit to the happiness of such people with this step of the government.
ਜਦੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਸੀਏ ਰੂਲ ਲਾਗੂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਜਦੋਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਮੋਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਆਈ ਆ, ਨਵੇਂ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਕੱਢੇ, ਨਵੀਆਂ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਹੱਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਮੋਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਤੋਂ.
Certainly, such refugees will now get relief from not having to get their visa extended again and their status in the society will also increase. Shishu Sharma Shantal, Akashvani News, Jalandhar.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah will inaugurate the new office building for the three multi-state cooperative societies Bharatiya Beej Sahkari Samiti Limited (BBSSL), National Cooperative Organics Limited (NCOL), and National Cooperative Export Limited (NCEL) at World Trade Center in New Delhi today. Inauguration of the separate office building for BBSSL, NCOL, and NCEL is another significant initiative of Ministry of Cooperation to achieve Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of Sahkar Se Samriddhi. The minister said that since a long time, requirement was being felt for a separate office building for three societies, and now these societies will be able to work seamlessly. The ministry added that the government approved setting up of three national-level multi-state cooperative societies for exports of organic produce. This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. In a joint operation, the Indian Coast Guard ICG, based on intelligence inputs, apprehended a Pakistani boat with 6 crew and narcotics on board worth nearly 480 crore rupees. The Ministry of Defence said that the boat was apprehended about 350 kilometers from Porbandar into Arabian Sea in a sea-air coordinated operation involving ICG ships and Dornier aircraft. The operation exhibited well-coordinated efforts between ICG, Narcotics Control Bureau, and ATS Gujarat. The boat was found to be a Pakistani boat with 6 crew. Investigation by the joint boarding team and rummaging of boat revealed nearly 80 kilograms of drugs. The boat, along with crew, has been apprehended and is being brought to Porbandar for further investigation. This is the 10th apprehension by ICG jointly with ATS Gujarat and NCB in the last 3 years, amounting to 517 kilograms of narcotics worth over 3,000 crore rupees. The government has asked all pharmaceutical associations to constitute an ethics committee for pharmaceutical marketing practices and set up a dedicated uniform code for pharmaceutical marketing practices portal on their website. The Chemicals and Fertilizers Ministry said no gift should be offered or provided for personal benefit of any healthcare professional or family member by any pharmaceutical company. It said the companies or their representatives should not extend travel facilities inside or outside the country. The minister said free samples of drugs shall not be supplied to any person who is not qualified to prescribe such a product. It said medical representatives must maintain a high standard of ethical conduct in discharge of their duties. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur launched the first season of Swaraj on OTT platform Amazon Prime in Mumbai yesterday. Sardar, the Game Changer, a new serial based on the life of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel that will be broadcast on Doordarshan, was also launched on the occasion. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Thakur said it is a moment of pride and a true tribute to all those unsung great heroes of our independence who sacrificed everything for the country. He informed that the serial was commissioned by taking inspiration from the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav national campaign of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
दूरदर्शन द्वारा निर्मित ऐतिहासिक धारावाहिक स्वराज अब Amazon प्राइम वीडियो पर उपलब्ध है। मैं चाहूंगा कि आप सब लोग इसका आनंद उठाएं। ये वो धारावाहिक है जिसे हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव अभियान से प्रेरणा ले हमने दूरदर्शन के माध्यम से इसको कमीशन किया था।
Ministry of Home Affairs has notified that Hyderabad Liberation Day will be marked every year on the 17th of September. In an official notification, the ministry has said that the decision has been taken in order to remember martyrs who liberated Hyderabad and to infuse the flame of patriotism in the minds of the youth. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a telephonic conversation with his United Kingdom counterpart Rishi Sunak. The leaders reaffirmed their commitment to continue to strengthen the bilateral comprehensive strategic partnership. They expressed satisfaction on the progress made under the Roadmap 2030 in diverse areas including trade, investment, defence, security, emerging technologies and others. The two leaders assessed positively the progress made towards the early conclusion of a mutually beneficial free trade agreement. They also exchanged views on regional and global developments of mutual interest. At delegation level, talks will be held between India and Mauritius today. The meeting will be held in the presence of President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister of Mauritius Pravind Kumar Jagannath. During the meeting, several MOUs will be exchanged and several projects will be inaugurated. Apart from that, President Draupadi Murmu will visit some of the key historical and religious sites in Mauritius. We have a report from our correspondent.
On the third day of her official visit, President Draupadi Murmu will visit the Apravasi Ghat and the Intercontinental Slavery Museum. The Ghat holds a significant importance in the history of Mauritius. This Ghat is located in Port Louis, and this was an immigration depot built in 1849 to receive indentured laborers from India and several other African and Asian countries. These laborers used to work in the island sugar estates. The site was declared a national monument in 1987 and was renamed from Immigration Depot to Apravasi Ghat. The Intercontinental Slavery Museum commemorates the contribution of hundreds of thousands of Africans and Asian slaves to the Mauritian colonial economy and society. During her visit, President Murmu continuously highlighted the importance and contribution made by the indentured laborers in the economic upliftment of Mauritius. Bhupen Singh, Akashvani News, Mauritius.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar met Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of New Zealand Winston Peters in New Delhi yesterday. In a social media post, Dr. Jaishankar said he had a productive meeting with him. He said both sides agreed on enhancing political, trade and economic security, mobility, education and people-to-people ties. He also welcomed New Zealand for joining International Solar Alliance. During the meeting, they discussed cooperation in the Commonwealth and UNSC reform. The External Affairs Minister also shared perspectives on the Indo-Pacific and global issues. News Services Division of Akashvani invites applications from experienced candidates to be engaged as editorial executives and newsreader cum translators on full-time contract basis in its various regional news units across the country. Details are available at newsonair.gov.in/vacancies. The last date of receiving applications is 19th of March 2024. In cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets to make it to the playoffs in the Women's Premier League at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi last night. Put into bat first, Mumbai were bundled out for 113 runs in 19 overs following star bowlers Elise Perry's historic first ever 6-wicket haul in the Women's Premier League. In reply, Bangalore overhauled the target in just 15 overs with the help of Aussie all-rounder Perry's unbeaten 40 runs. With this win, Royal Challengers Bangalore ended their campaign in the third spot with 4 wins and 4 losses and a total of 8 points. And in badminton, two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu cruised into the pre-quarterfinals of the women's singles at the prestigious All England Championships in Birmingham yesterday. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mujtaba.
Thanks, Nishrit. CAA will not take away citizenship, says Amit Shah. It is the top story in The Statesman. Ahead of polls, Haryana BJP chief Saini replaces Khattar as chief minister, says the cover page story in the Times of India. SBI complies with Supreme Court order, submits details of electoral bonds to poll panel, headlines the Indian Express. India rejects China's objection to Modi's visit to Arunachal, says a report in The Pioneer. Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Kwatra gets a 6-month extension, is the cover page story in The Asian Age. PM Modi, UK PM Sunak discuss free trade agreement, cutting edge tech, says the Tribune. And finally, Bengaluru reeling underwater crisis but rank high in used water management, says a report in Hindustan Times. And with that, it's back to you, Nishit.
Thank you, Saira. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to lay foundation stone of 3 semiconductor projects worth about 1.25 lakh crore rupees this morning through video conferencing. Prime Minister to also participate in program marking nationwide outreach for credit support to disadvantaged sections this afternoon. Centre declares Jammu and Kashmir National Front as Unlawful Association for 5 years. Indian Coast Guard apprehends Pakistani boat with 6 crew and narcotics worth nearly 480 crore rupees in Arabian Sea. Government asks all pharmaceutical associations to constitute an ethics committee for pharmaceutical marketing practices. And in cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets to make it to the playoffs in the Women's Premier League. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.
आकाशवाणी से पेश है खबरनामा।